Hello everyone, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully everyone's managing to stay dry with all this rain that we are getting. Fingers crossed the Wi-Fi and power doesn't go out while I'm live today, but I think we should be good because we haven't had any problems yet. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the new 3/4 card making packs, and I'm going to do a card as well with it. So I'm going to flip my camera over and show you what comes inside. So this is the Maritime Tides card pack. So you will be getting in here, you will be getting 3 tent folds. If I can find the tent folds in here. There we go. Like so. And then you'll also be getting your regular standard card bases. So you'll be getting 3 of each of those. You will be getting these pre-cut little elements that just pop out. Oh, I teared my paper, but they do pop out. And then also a second sheet, double-sided card bases, or your card images. And then on the reverse side, it's got a bit more of a subtle design and pattern, which are all really nice. And then you've got your like sentiment sheet, and also you will be getting a sheet that shows you all the different cards you can make with this. So you can make shows you these 6 cards that you can create, and you'll probably have leftover pieces as well. So this is the Maritime Tides. I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to create this birthday card in the middle here. So I'm going to start by pulling out what I need. I'm going to do it on a regular card base that comes in the kit. Then I'm going to grab my little sheet that has things that pop out, and I'm going to pop out what was used on here. So I need these shells. Got one shell, and now my second shell. Then I also need a flying bird, but I'm thinking it's the bigger one. I think I'm going to do the bigger one here. Seagull. Then I'm also going to need, is there anything else I'm missing? Nope. Then I'm also going to need these little seaweed vines. So I'm going to pop that out. Just carefully because I don't want to rip it. Pop that out. Almost got it out. Got some of it still stuck. Let me see if I can get that. Perfect. And how many more do I need? I need 2 more. So I'm going to pop out kind of a smaller one. And then I'll pop out this one here. I don't want it too long. And then lastly, I'm going to pop out this little banner, this little birthday banner. Pull that out carefully. Okay, got that out. Oh, I missed a piece. And then I'm going to need my background paper. So there is one with a chest at the bottom. Let's see if I can flip through these and find it. Oh, there it is. So I need this one. And I also need a bit of a blue background one. I think it is this one here. So I'm going to cut these 2 out using my guillotine and set the other stuff aside. So don't need it right now. So I'm going to cut this. Set that aside. And then I'm going to cut this one too. All right. I just moved a piece I wanted. There we go. Okay, so I've got my 2, and then I also need the sentiment sheet, and I need the happy birthday. So I'm going to cut this out with my guillotine as well. And there's lots of options for sentiments, which is awesome in this pack. And then I'll cut this. could also do thank you so much, but I feel like I've got some birthdays coming up that I need cards for, so I'm going to use this one. Set the other stuff aside for later. And now I'm going to kind of measure how big I want everything. So I want this to be smaller, so I'm going to cut a little bit off. I'm going to cut probably, so that's 5 3/4. I'm going to do 5 1/4. And then this is 3 3/4. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 and then just flip it upside down to make sure I'm not cutting off the main image that I want on. So I've got that. And then let's map it out on my card. Okay, that looks perfect. Now I'm going to cut this to the exact same size. So I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. And you could always use those scraps for something else later on as well. Okay, move that out of the way. Now I am going to ink up around the edges of my card a little bit to get a bit of a rustic look. And I'm going to be using the Burnt Ochre ink pad from Lisa Horton. And just a small blending brush. I don't want too much, so I'm going to try and get a little bit. That was a lot on my brush. Just lightly go over the edges. Pick up the extra. And it just gives it that rustic vintage look. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the blue. Oops, that's a lot. That's okay. It's getting hidden. Down the bottom. Okay, that should be enough for that. So I'm going to put my bases on now. I'm just going to put this here to cover up that ink because I'm going to end up inking again. So I'm going to put my blue down. I'm just going to use some glue. Oh, and I actually want the blue at the top, so I'm going to make sure I do it that way. Just a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to stick this in the left corner, but I'm not going to go right to the edge. I'm going to leave a little bit of white because I think it will pop a little bit like so. And then I'm going to add the other one to the bottom. Same idea, leaving the same amount of space. And add enough glue. And then down at the bottom. And I prefer using glue for this over tape because it gives me a bit of wiggle room so I can see how much I need to push this page down a bit. All right, so I've got the base done now, so that's how it looks. Now I'm going to add the banners on up here. And there's a little bit of paper still stuck on from when I tore it out. So I'm just going to cut that off. And I'm going to just use a little bit of glue on the back of this. I will probably 3D some other elements, but since this is on the back, I actually might just do it on the seagull and possibly the sentiment. Okay, try and not make a mess. And this is going to go right at the top of the paper. So on top of the white, stick that down. So we've got our banners up there. Now I'm going to do the bottom left with the shells. And again, I did get a little bit of paper stuck on. I didn't manage to pull it out all the way. So I'm just going to cut around where there's paper still. And now I'm going to ink the shells. So there's still some ink left on my mat. So I'm just going to use whatever's left over from that. Do the other shell. This just will help disguise that white so it's not so prominent. It'll make it more subtle. As you can see, it'll focus. There we go. And then I'm going to just leave that and grab a green for my little seaweed bits And I did, again, same thing. I missed some of that stuff that got stuck on from the paper. And I'm going to use the woodland moss for this because I don't want it necessarily brown, and I'll mix it in a bit with the brown, but I'm doing more green because green is the color of the seaweed and it'll help disguise the white. And I think it's a little bit more seamless than the brown because the brown on the seaweed, I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. So I'm going to do the green. And it doesn't need to be too dark or anything. You just want to hide that white so it's not so bright. So you can see the before and after. See, it's a lot more subtle. And then we've got the white, which I haven't inked yet, and it's definitely popping more than I want the white to. I want the image to be the focal point. So got that on. All right. And now let's do our shells and our seaweed. So I think I'm actually done with this. So I'm going to clean that up quickly just so I don't get anything inked that I don't want to. And I just flew my papers everywhere. Close that so it doesn't dry out. Okay, now I'm going to map out the rest of my cards. So this is going to go like so. This will go like so. And then maybe like that. And then let me see if the shells will look good like that. Okay, I think I have mapped it out perfectly at the bottom there. So I'm going to start by gluing the first seaweed. And I'm just using my little Art by Marlene glue because it's got that small nozzle. It makes it a lot easier to glue these smaller images. And then glue that down like so. And then I'm going to take my next one, which is going to go like that. These honestly kind of remind me of pickles for some reason. I think just the shading of it. Right, and then this is going to go like so. And then my last one is going to do that. Kind of go with the flow that the rest of the seaweed is going in. So do it like that. And then the shells, oh, I forgot. I'm actually going to add a little bit of twine. So I've got a little bit of this white twine. I'm going to hide this behind the two shells a little bit. So I'm going to cut some off. I'm going to use some double-sided tape just to hold it down for now because the glue is going to take too long to dry and I don't have the patience right now. So I'm going to tape this twine using double-sided tape. And then I'll probably add tape over top of it too. So I'm going to just stick this on the back like so, and then stick it on the back of this shell. If I can get it, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to piece my shells like that. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue. Now that I've kind of got it mapped out, glue that down. Oh, I missed the bottom. And then take my other shell, and I don't want to move it too far away, otherwise I'll pull that string out. So just put a little bit, and I think I'll do it like that. Okay, so this is what we've got so far now. Now we are going to do the happy birthday and the bird. So I'm just going to map out where I want this, and the bird's just going to get tucked behind a bit like so. So I think I'm going to glue the bird down after I pop this up. I want the happy birthday to stand out a bit. So I'm going to grab some foam squares. Cut this one in half. And then stick it on the back. So these card packs are so easy, especially since it's got that inspiration page that you can follow along with. And then if you've got other ideas of things you want to add, it always looks awesome by changing it a little bit to what you like. I'm not going to ink the bird either. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back and place him like so. All right, that was the card. So it was super quick, not super quick, but very quick, and it's adorable. I'm obsessed with how this turned out. This is like perfect for the summertime. We live close to the water, so this is definitely perfect for me, and it's so adorable. I just love the card packs because it comes with really everything, and the pop outs just make it a lot easier. So now I'm going to show you the other card pack. This is the Idyllic Woods card pack, and I'm not going to do a card with this. I just wanted to show you guys. If there's any campers or hikers out there, I think you're going to love this pack. So inside, again, you'll be getting those card bases. There are 6. Then you are going to be getting your inspiration sheet with all 6 cards that can be made out of this one kit, and your pop out elements. So this is one sheet, and I just love the elements on here. That nice big tree. You could even like cut it in half and use half on one card, like on the edge, and then use the other half on another card. Got some flowers, a hiking bag, a compass, some butterflies, some ferns. And then this is the cardstock or the paper that comes in. And I myself love nature, so I'm obsessed with all the greenery in here. This is just reminds me of camping with all the trees and everything, all the elements. And there are some landscape you'll notice and some portrait images. Oh, this is amazing. I love this one. Then the last page here. And then obviously you've got all your elements with some sentiments and such. All right, well, that was all I have today. I hope you guys had some fun. I hope you liked the card that I made. And next week I will be back again. Not sure what we'll be doing. It's always something that I try and see what's the newest, what's just arrived, what I haven't talked about in a while. Like if I do 3Quarter this week, I'm not going to do it next week. So it'll be a different brand. So hopefully, I think we've got some new stuff coming in. Oh, I know what it's going to be. I think I'm going to do Ciao Bella next week because we've got some stuff coming in the warehouse today. Hopefully, the rain doesn't cause any holdups. So keep an eye on the website for the Ciao Bella. It's beautiful stuff. I've got so many samples to show you guys. So next week, we'll do, I think, Ciao Bella. And for those that were wondering about the Lisa Horton card class workshop, the Thursday, last time I checked, I think had 2 spots available. And then the Saturday, we still have, I think, like 5 or 4. I think we've got 4 spots available for the Saturday. So if you are interested in coming, it's June 20th and 22nd. You can purchase it on the website, but they are in-store classes, so you have to be able to attend in-store to actually do the class. We are working on planning out an online version for you guys who can't come in store. So keep your eyes out for that. Once it's all set up, I will talk about it on the Facebook Live so you guys know. And we have some other exciting things coming down the pipeline. So definitely stay tuned. Keep your eyes out. The newsletters are also a great reference for what's going on and stuff. And with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you don't get rained on. Fingers crossed this rain goes away soon. I did not bring a rain jacket today, so I need it to go away. All right, take care, everyone, and have a fabulous rest of your afternoon.